Good morning, guys. Here it is again this morning. There has been another explosion, as you can see in the distance. Large plumes of ash have been thrown into the air. So here we have another episode in the days of our lives.
My name is Nolan Warner, General Administrator of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies, and this is just a short video to bring you up to date to what is happening with PAWI's relief efforts for the island of St. Vincent. By now, you would have heard and seen several footage from international news agencies, local news agencies, as well as private Facebook and social media posts. This short video is to bring you up to date to what PAWI is actually doing for the island of St. Vincent. Tuesday the 13th of April, the district executive met with all the pastors and workers of the St. Vincent district to discuss what the needs were and to give a very clear rationale for why those needs are there. By now you would have realized that several communities would have had to be evacuated, totaling upward of 13,000 people moving from those villages surrounding the volcano into the capital, Kingston. Please appreciate that most of these would have gone into shelters, and even private dwelling houses would now be turned into shelters because the numerous family members would now be housed there. The challenge is the ashfall would have created such a disturbance that most of the island would be shut down. They're experiencing several shortages for things like running water, food, and other things. Please appreciate those who left their communities would have had to do so in short time because the notice would have come less than a day prior, and they would have left with barely anything. Their needs are now extreme and extensive, from baby food to clothing for adults, from sheets to toothpaste. I want you to realize the wide range of needs that now exist. The Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies has been known throughout its history to mount campaigns to assist those who are in need, especially for these kinds of disasters. You may not appreciate it, but we have been at the forefront. When Dominica went through its hurricane challenges, we were there to bring measures of relief. We're asking you to help us meet those needs. We are asking that all of your efforts go through your district office. So we're asking all pastors and all social arms of churches that you connect with your district bishop and work all of your efforts through them. What would happen is by the time it gets to St. Vincent, the people who would be receiving it would be receiving it from the Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies, and it will go directly to those who are most in need. We are not going to prioritize Christian or PAWI person apart from those who are actually in need. We're going to be looking at a response to a crisis, and all of humanity would be ministered to. This is our hope. By now you're wondering, who will be receiving it when it gets to St. Vincent? I have been reliably informed by the Bishop of St. Vincent, the Reverend Stephen Oliver, that his team is already set up and waiting to receive. They're not going to be stockpiling, nor are they going to be using it for personal gain. What they're going to be doing is ensuring that it is rationed out and that it is proportioned to those who are in need. So yes, we have all the mechanisms set up from your district to St. Vincent, both shipping as well as transporting to and from the port. What we actually need now is for you to give. I know some districts would have been saying that they would need the money from the churches so that they can organize what ought to be purchased, so that they can have the companies shipped to the port and have it packaged by the company and then sent on the boat. But what we're asking is that you give. Whether it be in cash or in kind, we're asking you to give. We're asking you to go to your closet, go to your cupboard. If you don't have cash, because I know how things would have been through this COVID-19 period, if you don't have the cash, I'm sure you have the kind that somebody in St. Vincent would need. Please do not hold back your bowels of compassion. We're asking you to give. We're asking you to be God's arm towards those who are less fortunate and who have been displaced by this volcanic eruption. Please, we ask you to give.